so we can have a good old nice little session. Gonna light my sage and my incense. I got the patio door behind me open, so it's a lot of grasshoppers that are making noise. I learned this trick recently, and I think I probably did this last time. I don't know, but it helps cleanse it. So right now, I'm going to cleanse this space. I'm going to put this volume down because it feels a little too loud. And hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes before I start. Yo girl burning sage now. Cleanse these cords. Thought I heard something. But I hope you guys are good. Yes. Hope you guys are good. And I like to burn incense as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and light that up. And before we start, we are going to do some grounding because I've been noticing more and more that grounding is important. It's important when it comes to, of course, any spiritual work that you are going to do. It's important for day-to-day life. Because I'm trying to get this in the box. It's important with everyday life because there may come a time where you notice that you're not paying as much attention to what you need to be paying attention to or whatnot. Or if you're a Pisces or someone along the lines of that, you kind of stay in your own world all day, right? So grounding is very important. And I've noticed it's also important when you're dealing with other people, you know, especially in the beginning, whatever you want to say. But when you're not grounded, you say just about anything to anyone without really thinking about it because you're not grounded, you know, like you're not in this realm at the moment. So it's like you're just speaking nonsense, if you will. So, or you know, you're just too high. And you gotta come back down, right? Alright, so before we start, before I open this deck, let's go ahead and close our eyes. If you can, please have your feet planted firmly on the ground. If not, just imagine you're like at the center of Earth's core, and I'm not talking about with the ball of fire. I'm talking about like you're just surrounded by nature, you're surrounded by dirt. You hear just the different sounds, right? Go ahead and relax. And just breathe. Take some deep breaths and just catch yourself, right? If you feel yourself starting to go out and everywhere into the universe, just calm those thoughts down and bring yourself back to now. Let's be in the now. Let's be here right now. Okay, we'll take about 5 deep breaths, as deep as you can go. Fill up your stomach and let it out through your mouth, okay? Just tell yourself, I am grounded. I am secure. I'm stable. I am where I need to be. And my roots are firmly planted in the ground. Yes, and just keep breathing until you feel as if you're grounded or you are being led to stop. Yes. All right. Okay. I feel as if you may be done right now. If not, go ahead and take your last couple of deep breaths. Alright. So today we're going to do something a little different where, I'm sorry, if your eyes are still closed, you may go ahead and open them. If your eyes have been open, I'm looking cute, right? That's besides the point. Really quickly, if anybody is interested in the giveaway, Monday is almost here and I will be choosing the winner. I have yet to reveal what the prize is, but that's what makes it exciting, right? To qualify for the giveaway, all you have to do is post 3 different things, 3 different times of you doing something that makes you feel good, because this is the week of self-love, and we spend our lives, you know, making everybody else happy, and we don't really take the time to do it for ourselves. And let's say we are doing it for ourselves, we're not doing it as much as we're doing it for other people. So for this week, it's like being intentional, you know, like we when you do it, when you start to do self-love, right, or when you start doing a specific habit, you develop a habit, you know, like it becomes a routine. And with that routine, it doesn't really have the spark as it did, if that does make sense. That does make sense. It doesn't really have the spark that it did when you first started doing it, right? So with this week of self-love, it's kind of like being more intentional and helping that spark come back into life. So as far as the reading for today, how we're gonna do this is, I was led to do it, you know, based on the season that we're all in. For everybody, it's gonna be different. Maybe you're in a season of spiritual healing, or like a detoxing period, or maybe you're focused on your finances, your romantic life, whatever the case may be. This reading is kind of like, you know, just seeking direction from spirit on how to get through it. If there's anything you may need to know, if there's anything you need to pay attention to. So yes, of course this is going to be timeless. All my readings are timeless. And Bentley, I see you popping your head. Yeah, we'll go ahead and dive right into it. And I just grabbed my decks as I'm led to, and today I realized we have 5 different decks, and the number 5 has been coming up a lot for me. And I feel as if there may not be too many people, but there may be 1 or 2 people that are experiencing the same thing. And last night I was researching that number. I don't have my notes with me, but I will say look it up. I don't want to get up and go get it too. That's going. Anyways. Yes, so if that resonates, look it up, get the answer. So first things first, I'm going to go with my Moonology deck. Spirit, what is our trying to think of a question. What do you want us to know about this current season that we're in? What do we need to know about this current season? Okay. Oh, okay. So I did a reading earlier on myself, right? And two of these cards, okay, all of these cards came up in different ways. But the first one is adjustments are required. So it doesn't necessarily say that you're on the wrong track, right? It does not say you're on the wrong track. So first things first, you are on the right track, but there may be something, or there are some things that need to be changed. And by doing that, prosperity lies ahead. The money is coming. The answer to whatever you're asking for is coming. So we'll definitely look more into that. Balance spirituality and practicality. And this is a sign of Pisces. Pisces are very emotional. So people say. Pisces is very emotional yet very intuitive. So this is, I'm getting already, balance what you're into, what you're hearing from spirit. Balance your intuition versus what you're actually doing in the real world, right? So yeah, sometimes you may feel as if you're not doing enough, but if your intuition is telling you that you're on the right track and there's nothing else for you to do, don't try to counteract that. You know what I'm saying? Because like there's a point in time where when you start to doubt the messages that you're getting from your intuition, it's like you're saying, okay, I know better than my intuition, okay? And I think I got it from here. So definitely, if you're hearing you're okay where you're at, or keep doing what you're doing, or do this or do that, follow that, because that is what's going to lead to the prosperity. Spirit, what are the messages that you have for us? Please clarify these cards. Bam. Ooh. I'm getting chills. Alright. Okay. I got 4 cards already, but bam. I was gonna say I need 5 and it just flew out. Alright, so the first card that came up was responsibility. Okay? It says responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. So if you have been doing the work, you already know, you have an idea of the power that you have, right? So it's about latching on to that power to go ahead and propel forward. Detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. So that, I feel like that applies to if you're in a season of growing financially or romantically. It can be applied to any area of your life. Take it as it resonates. Anything that does not, don't try to force it. You can always come back, listen to the message again, and find what works for you at that time, right? So automatically with responsibility and detachment, these came up under adjustments required. So when I see the word detachment, it's making me think, detach yourself from any negativities, detach yourself from anything that does not serve you, right? And looking at what it says, it's letting me know that some of the things that don't serve you are behavioral patterns or experiences that you have had in the past. So getting to that point where you're like, okay, I noticed that I'm doing this, I did this in the past, this is why this happened, or this is why I did this, or this was the result of me acting this specific way. As of right now, this is no longer serving me, so I'm releasing it. Okay, so being responsible enough to say, this is where I'm fucking up, or this is a trigger point for me, and address it, you know? Don't stay quiet. Oh my God, I hear something vibrating. Don't stay quiet when there's something that you feel you need to address. Address your trigger points. Address what no longer serves you, because this is what's going to lead you to the prosperity that lies ahead. And I'm feeling like this prosperity is right under your nose. It's like when you make the necessary adjustments, the door that you've been standing in front of, that you didn't even know you were standing in front of, is just gonna open wide open, right? It's like two French doors, and they just like, ah, you know, like the gates of heaven is opening, and you're where you need to be. So is there anything regarding that message, Spirit? Adjustments are required, responsibility, and detach. You know an idea of the power that you have, so definitely focus on growing your use of it. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. Not like you're using spirit, but like all the talents, all the skills, all the abilities that you have gained over the years. You didn't just gain it just because. You gained it because there is something for you to do with them. Right? So you taking advantage of those skills is you applying what you've been given divinely to make the change, or to make whatever you were created to do happen, right? So back to balance and spirituality, harmony is sticking out to me. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So for some people, this, whatever season you're in, you already feel the blessing. You already feel what's for you, right? And people may call you crazy, whatever the case may be, but you already feel it. You already feel that prosperity that lies in front of you. It's already happened in the spiritual realm, and it's on its way to show up physically, but you already feel this. And it's a matter of organizing yourself to be in a position to receive it. Gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. So that feeling of you already feeling it, hold on to that, because that's what's going to push you forward. And if you notice, these two are green. This is a confirmation, if you will, that your intuition, your feelings are correct, and what you're feeling is actually real. It's just waiting for the right time to manifest. Trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. All right, so that's that. Heard somebody behind me, you know I got it. Gang. Right, so I don't know what's going on, but travel. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. So yes, trust yourself. You already feel this blessing that is for you. You already know that it's happening, right? You just have to trust what you're feeling. Connect with the feeling and allow that feeling to propel you forward. There we go. Yes. So on one hand, you have adjustments are required. Use your power responsibly and release what no longer serves you as you move towards this blessing. Because what's coming to my head is, it's like, let's say you were going to take a trip, right? You got your carry-on bag, you have your side bag, you have your personal item, whatever you have to travel, right? And let's say you're passing by a gift shop and they have something there that you're like, oh, I want that, right? You don't have enough. When we normally when we pack, certain people, if you're coming back from a trip, all your shit is full, all your luggage is full, right? So if you want that specific item and you want it really, really bad, You already know the airline is not going to let you have all the shit with you. So you're going to have to decide, am I going to have to let this go to get this thing that I really, really want? Am I going to have to let something go to get something I really, 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 really want? Like, I'm going to die if I don't get it. Or am I just going to keep moving? I see the blessing and I just keep walking on by. That is your choice to make. Am I going to release this baggage, these bad patterns, these things that do not serve me to get what I want? Or am I just going to walk on by what I want and just keep what I have? All right? So that is your decision to make. Spirit, what up? Okay. What else do you want us to know? What else do you want us to know? All right. Oh, the first one, under adjustments are required, is healthcare change. Healthcare change. And for some of you, this may be this may be at face value where you really need to think about your health and make changes to it to continue to get better. Maybe you are struggling with your health. There are some things that you may need to change. I'm feeling like you may be stubborn about changing it. Kind of like when I think about the people that have like high cholesterol, or they need to like watch what they eat and eat healthy, and the doctor's like, oh, you need to eat more salads and more fruits and more vegetables, but they're like, nah, I'm gonna stick with my fried chicken, I'm gonna stick with my macaroni and cheese, right? If you want to get better, depending on your beliefs, you got to listen to what this doctor is telling you. And that's, I'm feeling like that's somebody out there, right? Yeah, I got a little bit of chills. So somebody out there is feeling like that. And the Spirit is telling you, if you want to be here longer, if you want to really make a change in your life, really think about your health. Where do you want to go? Are you fueling your jet to get to your desires, or are you siphoning the gas and just letting it fall away, right? So for some of us, the adjustments that we need to make are to change the way we are eating, interacting with other people. For some of us, we have to be a little more patient with the way we respond. What I'm getting is, some of us, when we respond to certain things, we do it out of anger. We let the emotion at the moment define how we're going to respond. And if there's this blessing that you want, which is confirmed to be headed to you, you're going to have to hesitate with the way you respond. So let's say somebody says something that triggers you, right? Normally you might be like, you're going to show your ass, right? This card is saying stop that. If somebody says something that triggers you, before you go, stop. Do I need to do this? Is this going to get me closer to what I want in my life in this season? If the answer is no, rethink how you're going to respond, because that is what's going to make or break when you get this blessing. If you choose not to respond, if you choose to respond, you're delaying it further. If you choose to change your reaction, not only are you detaching from that behavior pattern as you continue to practice that, you're also allowing yourself to get put back in line for that blessing for you, right? So when you choose to show your ass, right? If this is the line, you're here. Like, you're out of the line. Like, let's say this is a train. When you choose to show your ass, you're jumping off the train. And now you got to wait for the next train to come for you to continue going. Whereas when you hesitate with showing your ass and you think about it logically, you're jumping back on the train. And that train is going to that destination. So you're going to be going to that destination. So definitely look at how you're reacting to things. Financially, excuse me, I feel like you already know the answer. You may need to watch the way you're budgeting. You may need to watch the way you're spending money. You may need to increase money. You may need to just believe that what you're doing is right. Either way, you are on the right track. The honey, the nectar is coming. And as you continue, as you remain consistent, the overflow will occur. Yes, the overflow will occur when you choose to be more consistent. Yeah. And I'm also here with some people may need to work on their chakras, like their solar chakra, solar plexus chakra, right? And that's the one like under your boobs, under your chest, like under your heart. There may need to be some alignment that needs to take place. I can't really remember what that's about. But your solar plexus chakra, look it up if you don't know. If you do know, please comment below. Moving on to the balanced spirituality and practicality side, it says seeking and finding. Straight off the bat, when I pulled this card out, what I heard was what you're seeking is seeking you. What you're seeking is going to find you, right? So it's already done in the spiritual realm. Physically, it's on its way to you, right? And you have to believe that. You have to pray like that. You have to affirm that, right? Everything that I want is attracted to me. Everything I want is coming to me. I don't have to stress because everything that I want in my life is going to find its way to me. Point blank, period. And if you believe it spiritually, all you got to do is believe it in the physical realm and just watch it happen. Just watch it happen. All right. I'm going to my Black Girl Magic deck. I found this off of Etsy and I really like it. Spirit, what do you have to tell us? What is the message that you got for us in this deck? What is going on? What do you want us to know? What do you want us to hear in this season during this reading? Okay. The card that just came out confirms what I said, or what was said before. So this came up under balance and balance, spirituality, and practicality. It says responding, not reacting. Responding, not reacting. And under it, it says just chill. Again, this is making me think about the solar plexus. So if you are somebody who normally reacts when somebody says something that triggers you, definitely look into your solar plexus, right? So yeah, when I was speaking about that, this was under adjustments are required. But this being under balance and balancing spirituality and practicality, y'all know what I'm trying to say. This being under there lets me know that when you do that, you are releasing. Each time you practice that behavior, you are releasing that. You are detaching from that pattern of this toxic behavior. You are being responsible for your you're being responsible for your energy. You're being responsible of your power. Right? So when you do that, and it's just the one time. You just start one time and just be conscious about doing that, and you'll notice the shift. You start to get closer to that blessing that you want in your life, right? So just chill. Like I say, just chill. To balance everything out, just chill. And then under adjustments are required, it says, I am worthy of unconditional love. And that's a heart with wings, right? To start releasing this baggage, to start detaching, and to start detaching from what doesn't serve you, and being responsible for your power. It starts with truly telling yourself that you are worth it. Like it says, I am worthy of unconditional love. Honestly, when I first started my journey, of course, I've always used affirmations, but I had to get into the habit of telling myself that I was worth it. And it's been about 5 years now, and my life has completely changed. I would not have imagined that I am where I am right now. Shit, if somebody told me 5 years ago that I would have been reading cards on Instagram with my business, like, I would have been like, Chabu, you got me, you know? So we don't know what Spirit has for us. We don't know how our life is going to turn out. We can definitely put ideas out there, and that can be like a sign, not sign. That can be like a, hi, thanks for joining. That can be like a, what is the word? It can be like a vision, if you will, of where you're headed. But at the end of the day, we don't know our path. We don't know where we're going to go. So when we get into the habit of letting ourselves know that we are worth where we want to go, we're opening that door. We're creating that space for Spirit to come and help us with that change that they need us to make to end up where they want us to be. I'm sorry, y'all, that just caught me off guard. So yeah, to make that change, to skyrocket to where what you're seeking for in this season to happen, release what doesn't serve you and acknowledge the power that you have. By doing this, you're opening the door. You're opening the door to skyrocket, to jump timelines and align what you have in the spiritual realm and the physical realm, right? And it's going to be different for everybody. Maybe you don't have an anger problem. Maybe you're not struggling with your health. You know, whatever you got to take this message, and whatever resonates with you, you have to take it and apply it to your life, right? It's like if you go to church, if you go to a sermon or whatever, they're gonna tell you, you know, whatever. So you gotta see how does this message apply to my life, right? And that is what is going to propel you forward. But I feel for the people who have been working, that stripping of the being, it's not going to be as drastic as it was before. We're definitely growing. We're definitely moving forward. Spirit, what else? What's the message you have for us in this deck for this season? What is the message? All right. Okay. I think she came up before. This is my Success Oracle. Success Oracle, and it's like different celebrities that it's messages that come with them. I pulled one more. Yeah, and Ellen is here, and I know I pulled her up one time, like a month or two ago. I don't remember if that was the live that ended up not getting posted, but yeah, she did come up before. So apparently she got something to tell us. Alright. Oh, I know her. I can honestly say I know. I've heard of these people. So the first one is Ellen. Ellen DeGeneres. I think that's how you say her name. It says, for money, find where personal meets personable. Every time I see this, I think of the bank. Don't get with the times if they don't get with you. So, I'm feeling more personal, right? And then with the world, kill with kindness, resuscitate with humor. So, this actually came under adjustments are required. Yes, kill with kindness, resuscitate with humor. So this is actually making me think about boundaries as well. I'm getting boundaries. So we were talking about how you can get triggered and you gotta watch the way you react, but you also gotta set your boundaries, right? Not disrespectfully. You gotta be kind about it, right? Like, I'm not like, well, I just want to let you know I feel so disrespected right now and we need to address this matter right now. No, I mean more like if somebody triggers you, of course you take a moment before you react to what they said. You take a moment, right? You process your thoughts. Sometimes you may need to be like, listen, I'm going to have to talk to you another time, right? But whatever you need to do to not react, right? You take that moment. And then, for lack of a better term, you confront them. You let them know, okay, the way that this happened, I did not like it, right? Whatever you need to say to adjust that boundary, you do it. But you do not do it disrespectfully. You just let them know, you have crossed the line at this point, and this is the only time that's going to happen, okay? This is the only time it's going to happen. No threats, no nothing. I was about to say some shit, but no threats, no nothing, right? Because this prevents burning of the bridges, right? When you burn a bridge, that adds to that baggage. We're not trying to add to that baggage. We're trying to remove the baggage, right? So you let them know, okay, yo, like you coming at me sideways, I don't appreciate that. This needs to change. I don't need you coming at me like this anymore, right? And when you kill with kindness, you resuscitate with humor. This helps that person develop more respect for you. That person, those people, whatever the situation may be. When you set those boundaries, you prevent yourself from being put in the position of being triggered. You allow yourself to shift from that reaction mindset to the responding. Yes, responding. You're responding in a more positive way. You're opening the door to create change. You're going from Ellen DeGeneres to Michael Jordan, right? Ellen DeGeneres to Michael Jordan. So let's go ahead and read this card. For money, he says, reach for the highest vertical jump. Metaphorically is fine. Personally, trademark your trademarks. Or, no, business on this one. That one is business. Trademark your trademarks. And it can also apply personally. And when you're dealing with the world, make it an old habit to try something new. Yes. Back to what we mentioned before about developing your routines. Of course, when you develop a routine, it may feel boring after some time, but you got to spice it up again. Make it an old habit to try something new. Looking at this card, it's like the earth in his finger. You know how they do? You know what he doing? I don't know what it's called, but that. It's like when I saw that, because I did not see it this whole time. I'm hearing the world is in your hands. You have no limits to what you can accomplish. But to get there, you have to make those adjustments. Those adjustments are needed. And you can either do them voluntarily say, okay, I'm going to let this person know that this ain't about to happen. Or you can allow yourself to miss that train, go through some things, and Spirit is like, oh, you don't want to do this voluntarily? Oh, we're going to make you do this involuntarily, right? So this is more of the calm before the storm, right? Addressing something before it gets too bad. And this can be in the season that we're in. It may be something that you've already received, or it's something that's coming, right? Even if you're further in and you're at the end of this season and things are just not going your way, any changes that you need to make, address it with the person. Address it with whatever you need to address it with. But the world is in your hands. And you are protected. You are protected to do everything that you feel led to do. No matter how big, how small, no, you can do whatever you want to do. And that's because you've allowed these triggers, you've addressed these triggers. You've let go of this baggage. It's no longer holding you back. It has you lighter. You can shoot for the stars. You can shoot for the moon. You can shoot for beyond that. And then the final card in this deck is Indra Nooyi. I was thinking this was the lady from, isn't that Pepsi? I think that's Pepsi. I think I've read about her, but I could have sworn she was black. She looks Indian here. I don't know. Well, the name. Okay. Anyways, when it comes to money, the customer is always right, especially when hungry. Baked chips feed blue chips. I'm getting that is personal. And when it comes to the world, never sugarcoat a need for change, right? This was on prosperity lies ahead and gratitude. The heck? I hear the vibration, but it sounds like it's coming from, I don't know. Right? So Indra Nooyi was over the prosperity lies ahead. So this is what you want, right? On one side is the baggage that you need to release. On the other side is allowing yourself to be balanced to receive this. And she was on top of that. And what's really coming for me is never sugarcoat a need for change. Don't sugarcoat how you feel. Don't sugarcoat what doesn't serve you. Don't sugarcoat your triggers. Don't sugarcoat how you don't want to be treated. Let that shit be known. Detach from that style of thinking. Detach from those triggers. Detach from what is holding you back. Because if you really want to move forward, you have to let it go. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. All of it. Let it go. So never sugarcoat a need for change. And the first one, when it comes to money, it was saying the customer is always right, especially when hungry, right? This is bringing me back to the whole triggering, the example of being triggered when you're getting disrespected or whatever the case may be. Somebody says something happens and it triggers you, right? You're not going to get anywhere in the midst of emotion. Right? This can be applied in relationships and business, whatever. You're not going to get anywhere when you or in the other individual or whatever the situation is. You're not going to get anywhere when you are saturated with emotion. Everybody's going to be stubborn. Everybody's going to think they're right. Everybody's going to think, oh, you need to go this way. You need to go this way. And it's nothing but tugging, right? You're just tugging. It's like you have the balance spirituality and practicality in this hand. You have adjustments are required in this hand. In the middle is prosperity. And you're both and these two represent two different people in this example. And you're both trying to get to this prosperity, which is in the middle. And as you're pulling, you're saturated in emotion, and eventually that's just gonna rip. Let's say it rips in half. Let's say it rips unproportionately. You're not gonna get the full thing. But when you allow your old self and your new self, those two people represent your past self, your current self, or your past self and your future self. However it applies, that's how you gotta process it like that. You're fighting with your old self. You're fighting with these old behaviors, and when you're fighting, you're not allowing union to form, right? You're leaving a part of you off the train, whatever the case may be. You're not allowing your full self to receive all of the blessings that are made for you, or that are here for you, that are waiting for you, that are already in the spiritual realm, waiting for you to manifest in physically. So until you can truly allow yourself to be at peace with your old self, be at peace with everything you've experienced, and let that shit go, you cannot truly grab the blessing that's right there waiting for you. Spirit, what was that message? That was a message that just came up. It just came out. Spirit, what was it? We'll see. I'm feeling led to do another card. Spirit, please let us know what you gotta say. Let us know what you gotta say. Okay. A handful came out. I embrace the opportunity to learn from my mistakes. Sheesh. Tell me that ain't just nipped the butt in the head. I embrace the opportunity to learn from my mistakes. What is that? That's a mirror, right? So instead of fighting what you don't want, instead of fighting what does not serve you, acknowledge it. Yes, there we go. Acknowledge it, learn from it, detach from it, and don't allow it to define you. Right? Acknowledge it, learn from it, detach from it, and let it go. Right? Acknowledge what you've been through. You don't have to relate to it, but you can acknowledge it. What are the lessons that you learned from it? How are you moving on? All is divine. All is divine. Everything you went through in the past, everything you may be going through now, everything that's going to happen in the future, all of that was from your divine team, your spiritual team, to make sure that you head in the right spot. So what are you going to do about it? I recognize and honor my talents, abilities, and skills. Yes. Excuse me. And I'll read that again for the people in the back. I recognize, honor my talents, abilities, and skills. And then this bottom says hashtag girl boss. What the? God bless. Girl boss. Girl bad. Girl boss. Hashtag girl boss. Right? And that is going with where the adjustments are required. And that moment, and this can be something that you've already experienced. This is just understanding what you went through, right? You got to recognize, to truly move on from that season in life, you have to recognize and honor your talents, abilities, and skills. What doesn't serve you, what serves you, what is normal, was not stepping into the future with you. You know, got your bag and was not stepping into the future with you. We're leaving that shit there, and then we're moving on. All right, we're responding, we're not reacting, and we are embracing the opportunity we've learned from our mistakes, from our experiences in the past, to move forward. I feel as though that's the message for today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I will be uploading this to YouTube once I finish uploading it to Instagram. Everybody have a blessed weekend. Wherever you are in this season, go ahead and apply the messages as such. Again, don't forget the giveaway. I am working on uploading some of the products that I have, but I've been a bit overwhelmed with school, so I'm trying to balance that so I can do that part. And then I will be focusing on doing those DM readings. Again, if you're interested in a DM reading, go to the description. Whatever you feel led to send as a donation, go ahead and do that. Send a screenshot in with that donation confirmed, and I will answer whatever questions or concerns you may have. All right, I'm normally doing my business Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 12:45 to 5 p.m. Therefore, I will be answering your DMs at that time, as long as the previous qualifications have been met. But I hope everybody enjoys their week. I hope this message resonates with you where it needed to resonate. It is timeless, so you can always come back and listen to get the message that applies to you at that situation. For now, we're going to go ahead and leave it here. Follow us at Empress.energy on Instagram, which is Empress in Energy with instead of a capital E, it's a 3. So 3 Empress.3G. I'll definitely put everything below. And we're also on Facebook, facebook.com/Impeccable Empress Energy. Yes. So yes, if you're not on Instagram or you're on Facebook and you want to get the daily post, the daily motivation, definitely check us out there. If you're not on Facebook, you're on Instagram. I already said the name, but all the information will be in the description. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and I hope you were able to get something from this message. Deuces.